challenge in part because I had what 48 hours notice maybe, and was basically okay. It's time to get decks ready. I thought I was going to have all week. As it is, I'm like, oh
Oh,
well, I yeah.
and you didn't have a
So
client you could play these in yourself, right?
exactly. So I had to desperately play with web apps to find one.
Well, I appreciate your valiant efforts, and now we get to actually try them for real.
So of course I started where I always start. I take the current slide deck and modify it.
There's some new
Um,
deck building features here to call out real quick. They've added
oh wow.
the first time you have a card in your collection, and I busted a ton of packs to get us up to speed on Theros here, but you just roll over it and goes away. I kind of wish I don't need this. I wish I could turn that off, but it's a cool feature. Like some people who are getting smatterings of cards here and there really like to see what the new stuff is. So I get adding that feature. Anyway, back to your deck, Jay.
Oh, no worries. So let's start with escape velocity. That was the first card that really stood out at me. From the mono red. I mean, 1 mana +1/+0 and haste gives you a really interesting set of builds. And honestly, I sort of built this around that to sort of explore this card. This card may be junk, I realize that, but it may also be the dominant card in aggro red black, aggro red green for that matter. Anyway, it's
Just
high
and
time to find out.
Yeah, well, let's figure it out.
I
And
mean, it's super cheap, and they also have put a bunch of front-heavy creatures out there. If you'll notice, immediately went to the Ox. The Ox, by the way, may be crazy good.
let's see.
Draw 3 cards for 2 is, of course, the dream.
Yes, we got.
Uh,
This is the one we got beat up by this in limited today.
I think that's going to happen more in the future.
Yeah, and they even
Uh,
they had the 8. You know, they did some self milling and escaped it. It was bad. Yeah, we lost that game.
yeah, that would be because they got 6 cards worth of card advantage and mana efficiency.
Right.
I think 7 mana for 6 cards plus a 4/2 and a 5/3. That seems good.
Worked out for
Uh,
them.
yeah. There's another interesting card. So I modified the slide deck heavily. I almost went just for a medium red as I was playing with it, but
Mm-hmm.
look at the 2-drop, the 3/1 creature there. That's got
This
to
one.
stand out. Yeah.
Yeah, I tried this in limited today, and with an eyebrow raised, it doesn't. When you have to block attack each turn, it can be. But we were pretty aggro, and actually worked out. I think that was the deck we did the best with. And I wasn't sure about how this was going to play, but in constructed, it's barely a drawback, right? You just want to do that
Well,
every turn anyway, right?
but the most important thing is it's an elemental with 1 toughness.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yes.
Look at what's in this deck.
Ding.
You got it. So remember Baby Ball Lightning?
Yeah.
There he is.
Again and again.
Again and again. And he can do it on his own. You can bring him out. In some ways, a little bit slower of a slide deck, but it may catch the curve back up. And anyway, as I said, this was intended to experiment with the mono red cards to see how they might fill in. One other card in here of note. Look in the 3 slot, the Demigod.
This one.
Yeah,
Anax,
that
hardened
card's
in the forge.
equally good.
I haven't read it yet. Let's see. 1 red for a 0/3, power equal to devotion to red, so at least a 2/3. It's in that cycle. And when it or another non-token creature you control dies, create a 1/1 red satyr creature token with this creature can't block. If the creature had power 4 or greater, create 2 of these tokens instead. So this just like kind of wrath protection and kind of like you wrath the board, but I make a ton of
I make a
backup
ton
creatures.
of 1/1s, but it also, in a slide deck, could be really pretty big. Don't forget the enchantment adds to your devotion. It doesn't take a whole lot for this to be over the top. And don't forget, if you give it haste, really a lot of these cards in here are based on drop the enchantment, give it haste.
Mm-hmm.
So that would immediately be a 4/3 haste, granted for 4 mana, but it still has a lot of potential, and then it's wrath protection.
Yeah, the wrath proofing is interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
no, I said it was a card that intrigued me. This is really what the theme for this is.
Yeah.
Cards that look interesting for mono red so we can learn where to go.
A couple of questions from I Am Batmeme says they're surprised there's no red castle here. Jay threw these together pretty quickly in the same spirit in which I put together sealed decks in on pre-release day. You know,
there's a little bit more of an answer.
Oh,
to
there
that.
is?
I took
Okay.
the castles actually
You
out.
took them out.
For the,
Interesting.
But it was intentional.
Sorry for speaking for you.
Experiment. There were 2 of them in there when I started playing with this.
So, but you're keeping the caves because there's not enough red demand.
Yes, and I wanted to be able to burn through to a 2 heavy land draw. So really, okay. 2 of the caves would be castles.
But they just were coming to tap too much. Like it just.
There was a little bit of that, but I really wanted the ability to sack them more than anything else.
I see. Well, because they're well, yeah. So basically, you decided like cryptic caves and castle don't work together. So
no, they do. And
well,
honestly,
I mean, I'm just saying
sure
if you lead on,
like, gonna have both.
Well, but what's the drawback of running the castle then?
A little bit of them coming into play tapped. That was really
and then caves doesn't help with that. If you had to lead, like I'm just saying, a cryptic caves castle opener as your 2-lander is not the 2-lander you want to see, right?
That is correct. As I said, I was just, and in part you're right. I mean, if I had spent longer, I probably would have worked in a couple of caves. And feel free to do it. You're probably right.
Let's start with your. This is
give
like
it a
you
whirl.
say. Yeah, let's just give it a. Let's not get too hung up. Just like my sealed stuff, let's not get too hung up on the individual card choices, other than the ones we're really trying to explore here. And we'll jump in with this. And then,
I'm just kind of excited to see how it does.
Yeah, well, let me get some audio. There we go. Play.
Hopefully I didn't break your audio again.
Sounds good.
Good.
Or at least in my ears it does. Sometimes it's not the same for the viewers, but I think we actually have audio.
Yeah, I can't really tell. I've just got you on here, and I've got the visuals from the stream.
Gotcha.
Okay, that looks perfectly reasonable.
Yeah.
Actually, it looks pretty awesome. Okay, hopefully it'll give us something to bolt.
Yeah, give us something to bolt. Give us a bolt target. No bolt target, but we got a Steamkin.
Mm-hmm.
Or
we
2.
have double Steamkin, and the second one comes in with haste.
Yep. Nice. Seth 9000, good to have you here. It's fun to be on late. Doesn't happen often, but here we are. All right, to make sure it doesn't work me over.
Good.
Pretty speedy.
This is the intent.
Can you buy the alt arts on this God account? If it's a cash only purchase, I haven't even tried. I would not try to associate any of my credit cards with the WotC preview account. Let's see. How do we want to do this? We can spit some Scorch. We just want to get these up to.
I think you want to drop out the Scorch Spitter just to get your guys up on.
Right? Yeah,
just as a pump.
I didn't see because we don't want to send this yet. I'd like to cast Light here. Oh yeah. You can actually spend. You can go. We can buy everything we want in the store. But during the break, I made sure this account had literally every card it could possibly have. There's actually 4 that it can't have. I'll give an internet cookie to anybody.
What went into your graveyard? Well, before you do anything else, what went in? Oh,
did I screw it up?
No. You've got the guy who brings things out. It changes our plan a little bit. But you got to let the things resolve.
Yeah.
Let things resolve. I think you pull the counters off.
Well, we can do it on this one. This is
pull the counters off of the one you can.
And then Awakener?
Play the Awakener. Yeah.
They gave up.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think you just win here.
Anyway, there's as far as I can tell, there's 4 cards on the system that cannot be crafted. Can you name the 4 cards that can't be crafted? They're 4 versions. They're cards that you can craft in other versions, but there's 4 cards that have versions that you can't craft. No, it's weird. They're just promo versions. It's kind of a funny list. Here, I'll show you. Go decks collection, and all I have to do is show you cards this account doesn't have 4 of. Oh wait.
Cute.
Oh wait. Oops. Wrong way. Oh wait, that should work. Oh, because not collected has to be on. There we go. Oh, those are... Wait, I thought I added everything. Looks like those need to be added too. But they were these. Vraska, Ral, Firemind, well, I guess Teferi, and... Oh, maybe I didn't have my settings right, but Duress didn't either. So, anyway, there was a handful of specialty ones. But we can certainly make any deck in the world. Yeah, closed beta, reward, alt art. Yes.
So, do you ever miss your Magic Online God account? I sort of miss mine occasionally.
Sometimes, but I don't miss Magic Online much anymore.
That's the truth.
I miss the formats it has to offer, but I just enjoy the gameplay so much more on Arena that I have drifted away. Anyway, we're gonna go back and we're gonna jump around. We have a lot of decks, so I'm gonna hop around pretty quick. I want to see what we're looking for, but we did get to use that enchantment. Maybe let's play one more, right? Let's play one more with the old slide deck.
The enchantment really dominated.
Yeah.
That was what was so neat.
It really did what we were hoping for.
Yeah, I mean, I suspected it might be the stealth, bomb in there.
Oh, interesting, Fought Fools. I didn't even notice that it failed to do that. I guess I would have to go and go into full control and click the mana symbols myself. I'm sure that would work, right? At least I would hope it would. Is this keepable? We don't have any... Well, I guess we can do Awakener on 2, and that's not the worst thing. Okay,
sure, you're fine.
This.
You
Yeah,
got 2 creatures.
We're fine. If this didn't do much, I was just, for some reason, feeling like we wanted this later, but it's fine on 2.
Yeah.
At least to,
I mean, you're a little bit slower of a start than usual.
Right, but we're not going to, throw this back. It has a fine curve out.
Yeah, I mean, this one, the curve is not pretty. Something's going to need to happen for it, but, if it was a serious build. But for now, it should work. Oh, this.
What's up,
Which
Acid?
one is that?
We got here. We've got a Nessian Wanderer. Find land on...
That's actually really pretty good.
Yeah, 2 mana. Search them up. That does seem good. We're gonna keep throwing red lands out there.
Might want to do the
spitter,
the spitter,
Velocity.
And then it's 1 too shy. Never mind. It's a 1/1.
Yeah, it still gets blocked and then dies, right? Yeah, so we just
want
to do this.
That out.
That's a pesky body for us right now.
Well, I'm wondering if they're building a deck that I was thinking about, which was the 4-color green.
That's cool. I like what they're doing here with the Staggering Insight. You have that in your Skies deck, right?
I do, absolutely.
Yeah, Sheesh Falco. I shortened it up there for you.
So that's an interesting question. Whether you let them deal the damage. I think you do.
Yeah, I think we're card advantage has never been Red's concern, right? We're just gonna try and get you dead and hope you choke on those cards.
And interesting.
Yeah, we can go Escape Velocity on the Hound.
I think that seems like a plan. See how they like some baby ball lightnings. Those things had a name. They were like some sort of raptor.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't remember.
3/1 sacrifice for red. Trample haste.
Archon of Sun's Grace. 3/4. Flying lifelink. Ew, I don't like lifelink. Ew. Pegasus creatures you control have lifelink, and whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, create a 2/2 Pegasus. Okay. Enchantment fall indeed. Let's see.
Okay, we're going to live large.
Certainly.
Don't play land. I would just swing with the 4/1.
Yeah, and we have to
They're
anyway.
not going to block. And let's see if you can light up.
If you say so.
To the extreme, I rock a mic like a vandal. Light up a stage and wax a chump like a candle. Dance!
Well, that's not the exactly what we wanted to see.
No, but it's still a
But
huge
we'll throw
creature. It's better than drawing them. It certainly gives them pause to think.
Yeah, we got some damage.
I mean, if you look at the table, you've got 10 points of damage on the table, and you're growing.
Well, what I'm looking at is how much we're doing given how flooded we are. So, although we've spent our mana every turn, so it's not like we haven't. The flood hasn't been wasted yet.
Well, you're going to get rid of one of the lands.
Yep.
You know, that thing will cycle.
This might be too much for us, so this is going to be a lot of lifelink.
I do not think you should be worrying right here.
Really?
You have yeah, really.
Oh, man.
You have a ton of pullback here. Remember, you've got oxen.
So do we have to? Well, I guess we have to play the mountain unless we are really wanting to draw from the caves this turn. But we have enough to do that. I guess we don't have to draw. Although we don't even care about this mountain.
Yeah, you don't really care about that mountain.
So
I would drop the cave out and
yeah,
cycle it, see what you get.
Hey, Mensch.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I can't haste it, but we can drop these after.
But you still drop them, and don't forget they pump up the...
Oh, yeah, the devotion.
Right.
Okay, so we'll do that pre. That is a big boy right there.
That is a big boy. I mean, yeah, no, you don't. You don't swing with that one.
Oh, yeah, they've got too many. These can easily block it. We send those, yeah.
One fascinating thing is I don't think they dare block the escape velocity just out of fear of what you might draw.
Yeah, it's true. It just hastes up anything else, and we just get to bring the Rage Hound back anyway with the known Awakener. So
just as a quick comment for people to consider, Green has an amazing anti-aggro card, the 3/5 Real Schneider. If you haven't looked at it, take a look at it.
What is it?
It's a 3/5 that if the opponent plays an instant or a sorcery, you put 1/2s into play for 4. But it's just got a huge backhand reach.
3/5 for 4. Even that's
yeah, it's really good at fighting against.
Is it 2 green? It must be double green.
It is, but it's Giant Spider +1/+1 and don't cast sorceries. By the way, speaking of cards I realized were really strong with escape velocity, Bone Crusher. Although you're going to hit yourself for a couple of points, not that you really care, it's still a big body.
Ah, right, because you got to target it to escape it.
I think, actually, that's an interesting question, and one worth checking. We'll see.
Well...
yeah, so Thunderkin Awakener is going to bring the... Yeah, so I think you kill the 2/2.
Yeah, I was gonna kill the 2/2 just because we need to clear blockers, especially lifelinking ones, right? So I wasn't even sure what else exactly was going on, but figured we need to start there.
Is just well, you've only got one thing.
We can
Yeah.
re-velocity something, or we can awaken, or we can
We
just
want to make
drop a
sure
giant.
we don't die, but that shouldn't be a problem. They've got a lot of life.
Yeah, they do. It's gonna be tough.
So maybe it is just play the Thunderkin, or actually play the 4/3, and just swing with what you have to.
Okay. Have to.
Have to.
Do these have to? No. Just that one then? Or do we want to send this?
Yeah, you want to send that.
Because that trades, but nothing else is a good attack right now.
Yeah.
Oh.
Interesting. I'm actually most impressed of all the cards that Oppo's played, the 1/3.
Yeah, this is this really stopped us early too. Like maybe we could have pushed through enough to win if this hadn't come out on 2. Like if a weaker toughness had come out on 2.
I'm impressed by a lot of the green creatures that are running around right now, the new ones.
Now it looks like this is getting away from us.
It is definitely looking like it's getting there.
Return to Nature feels like Doomblade. Basically. I mean, certainly it's not quite Doomblade. If you think of it in terms of what percentage of the creatures in the format can you destroy at instant speed, and what percentage of the incredible bombs in the format can you destroy at instant speed, like for Doomblade the answer is 80%, right? In most sets, and ish, and
I think you can just throw in the towel here, by the way, on this game.
yeah, I'm kind of letting them. I'm assuming they're streaming too and might want to go off a little bit here, especially while I'm hammering. But yeah, all right. Now we can say, give them one more cast. Oh, with that draw, we had it until that draw. Then then we had to give it up. What's up, Magnet Man? Yeah, we're taking advantage of the WotC VIP preview event. We are doing a Theros Beyond Death preview stream, and did a lot of limited this morning and afternoon, at least for me. And now we're on Seattle evening time with Jay Schneider doing some constructed brews. And let's go take a look at the next deck. We're gonna.
Do you mind going to Skies next?
No, not at all. Let's check it out.
Skies. So this one actually is an artisan deck, and I kept it as such. In part because we're going to need it for Friday when we don't have God accounts.
That means so. This is no rares.
No rares.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's actually pretty solid. It has a couple of interesting things. Of course, the blue-white enchantment's amazing.
Yeah, this is what we just lost to, basically.
That's among what we just lost to.
It was a potpourri of loss, but it included some staggering insight for sure.
It does. Did you lose today to the day break Chimera?
No, but we had this was our successful deck was heavy white, light red. And the Chimera played a great role in that.
So looking in the 2 slot, if you don't mind, look at the fairy, the 1/2. No, the next one down. What about that thing? That one sort of fascinated me.
Flash flying 1/3. That's not bad already. When maybe not for constructed, but when Threnody Singer enters the battlefield, target creature an opponent controls gets -1 -0 until end turn, where X is your devotion to blue. Interesting. So
yes, given that this is such a race deck.
Yeah, and that it's it's also creature heavy magic right now. And you're gonna. That's certainly we're trying. Let's give it a shot.
That's what I said. I just wanted to. I was sort of fascinated by those two drops and thought, there's enough here to really push Skies. So let's give it a simple try.
All right. See if it'll. Oh, I played the whole last game from up here, huh? Well, that's all right. I'll get down for the next one. Oh no, I don't want to edit. I just want to plate. There we go. And let's get down to here. Although now it makes me want to adjust. So many things to put on screen when Wizards is sponsoring. Let's try this. I guess that's why I had it over here before.
I think you need to start wearing patches like a race car driver.
That could work. Actually, it couldn't. I think Wizards and or Card Kingdom would be like, nope, we won't be on your screen, thanks. Where's all the streamers? Oh no. I have a loose cord on one of my monitors, and I'm kind of one monitored at the moment.
Honestly, I'm impressed by how quickly we're picking up games. I was wondering how many streamers they had total.
Yeah, I was saying, I think, they really open it pretty wide. You just need to have a Twitch account with any kind of demonstrated interaction, and they'll let you in. This would be fine if it weren't for... Oh, maybe we should, I wouldn't mind putting good mana in this for this part, but it's all right. We're gonna beat him with no rares. All right, we're gonna keep this and pitch an island.
You don't need the extra land anyway.
Nah, 2 land. This deck can run on 2 lands pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm confusing myself with... Those of you with multiple monitors know what's happening to me right now. I lost one monitor, so everything from the second monitor had shifted over to the first and, has thrown me for a loop here. Hold on. Okay, now I can see chat again, for one thing. Maybe the main thing. Open on Hawk.
Sure.
I wish this card didn't suck to play against so much online.
Yes.
Because it's a dominant... It's fine that it's a dominant... it's great. Clever sacrifice deck, fine for standard in the abstract, but it's just so bad on Arena. We have
I would play 2 more 1/1s out. I'd play the Fairy Miscreant and the...
So yeah, you'd go for the 2 spell turn. Try to find that Flyer Lord.
Well, you already have a rally, so...
Yes, I guess we have a temporary Flyer Lord at the ready. Oppo is working on Uro here. Looks like
remember,
they
you've got
self-milled
9
that.
points of damage swing on the next turn.
Yeah, that is... Sometimes I'll play against Sky's deck, and it's all about this rally. You're just making these just choices like, well, I can't beat rally, so we're not gonna play around rally. We're just gonna see how do we win if they don't have rally. And, oh, there's rally. Okay, I guess we lose.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking though. I don't know what they're up to here. Do you go for an enchantment here? We can just play the Drake and then...
I think you just play the Drake and try and kill him on the next turn.
Yeah, all that open mana. This just feels like fancy play and risky play, right?
It does.
Hey, Bill the Cat. Drafting and Sealed were a lot of fun. I don't even know what our win-loss was. I wasn't really tracking it, but we certainly learned a lot, and it's an interesting-looking set for Limited. I'm looking forward to diving farther in. My big takeaway is that it just seems like a highly synergistic set, more so than we're used to. And I wonder how the... it's not even necessarily... Like I was going to say, I wonder how the bots are going to handle it. But the thing is, it's not synergy like this card is only good in this one deck synergy, but more like, oh, I see 12 ways to use this card within the format to extract just a little bit of extra value out of a situation, you know? So I just think it's going to be this format of...
Don't forget to play your enchantment before you kill them.
Okay, let's do that. Let's put it on the old Hawk.
Well, you know it gives lifelink too.
Right. Oh, it does? I didn't read... I don't read cards.
That's why
Does it stack?
No, lifelink does not stack anymore.
I thought it stacked. I'm an old school player. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it.
And show them the rally.
show them the rally just so it'll stop asking me to interact with their cat oven combo. Just got him, though.
Just got him.
But we got
Of course,
him.
you were going to draw a bonus card also.
Yes. Nice. All right, I'm going to hop decks immediately. I don't know how much more time I have.
All right, let's talk about the sacrifice deck. You're going to hate it.
Speaking of cat oven.
And you're going to hate it, and I apologize, but I actually believe this is the strongest deck in the format.
I know.
I don't
that's
believe
what,
this...
that's what makes me sad. It's not that I have anything against the power level of this card, or it's just the way that it's just the experience of playing it.
This is not the optimal build, far from it, but it shows the strength, the power level here. So I saw you a little bit this morning running into the red-black thing.
Mm-hmm.
So don't forget, you can I believe if the engine lets you, you should be able to sacrifice it to the oven when it's played.
Yeah, right, because it all goes on the stack, right? So
it should be a trigger. When it enters the battlefield, there should be a trigger that says sacrifice it unless it escapes.
Mm-hmm. Right, yeah, it makes sense to me.
I believe it will do that, unless they did something funky. Let's just look at the 3-drop. You remember that one from the earlier enchantment, the Calls to the Dead?
Yeah.
That's the same thing as the night one, except worse.
Right. Yeah, we were joking about that earlier. I think we had it as one of our rares. I was like, oh, it's History of Benalia, but zombies and worse.
Right. Zombies of Benalia. And I mean, that card's in there just for the rate. It's crazy strong.
Right. That's the thing. A worse History of Benalia is not necessarily a bad card.
And of course, you've got the sacrifice elements in here. I mean, it's just all sorts of gas. I also put in the new duress, or I don't know what to call it, the exile duress that's
Remorse.
better.
Oops.
Yeah. Again, I don't know this is optimal, but man, this is strong.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure if that was a donation or what bleeped at me there, but thank you to whoever did something nice for my stream. Sorry I didn't see. Are we playing? You make me play it? All right, I'll play it.
I think you should play it at least once.
This is like
I know, it's
you
dirty.
Getting me on video going and ordering a extra dark French roast at Starbucks. But I'll do it for you.
You not like Starbucks?
I understand what they have to do as a worldwide international coffee organization looking to provide a consistent flavor profile at every location they have worldwide. Thank you, Hat. But that produces a coffee result that displeases me.
Got it. Well, I can tell you a horror story about how they chased my friend's coffee shop out of business.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which doesn't surprise me, but...
One of the usual dirty tricks.
What was that?
Oh,
a little slow, but I'm going to keep
this. They basically threatened to leave unless the landlord kicked out us.
Oh, I see. Wow, it's brutal. All right, we need a little bit more land here. Let's keep that.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else looks good. We got all the tools. I am streaming late because we have unusual 4 times a year access to a Wizards of the Coast provided God account. We have every Theros card and unlimited access to draft and, well, I think draft is off, but sealed and standard. So we're messing around. We did limited earlier in the day, and now I'm hopping back on to do some. I don't even know what to do. We play Oven.
Two creatures.
We play Gutter Bones and Familiar.
Yeah.
I don't know how to play this deck. I just...
right now, play it aggro.
I scoop when I see it, so...
On the plus side, there is a new, somewhat acceptable artifact removal, although it's a shame that this set has that. Oh, that's nice.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did it?
Why don't you see what's in their hand? I bet they got something good.
They usually do.
Yeah. Well, I bet
Whoa.
they don't need it, whatever it is.
Paradise Druid Uro. This is
Yeah, that was one that looked really
looks
interesting
pretty
too.
good. What are they doing next? I guess we want to get rid of this henge. We're going to get rid of this Uro.
No, you want to get that Uro. Don't forget this thing exiles it, so it can't even escape.
All right. Awesome.
It is. It's just really good.
Oh, I hate my own owl. Shut up. I'm going to do this before I forget. And I'll get red to keep it mixed. I seriously hate. Like, I just wanted to. Don't.
I'm sorry.
go to
I
sleep.
apologize. I'll bring you a Starbucks next time I see you.
Oh, that's so kind of you. I need to, dissolve some, or, stain that thing brown.
Yeah, put out the oven.
Do this?
Technically, you want to swing first.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. They're not blocking except with the grazer.
Right.
Oh, they're going to do that?
Okay.
Huh.
That works too.
Yeah. Is this the off button? What do I have to do? Maybe
you have to
exile a
exile-
creature or enchantment
Exile
card.
the Midnight
Reaper. Yeah, of
Yeah.
course we want to keep the kitty.
This is why we learn these
It
cards.
is like a Clash of the Titans owl. Good call, Tron. It's cool looking. I just that robotic who is gonna drive me nuts before I'm done with this format.
Don't forget to sacrifice whatever they're trying to kill.
Yeah, let's. Oh, they're just doubling.
Well, then don't.
It's got a converted mana cost of 2, right? Oh, that is sweet.
It does.
That is very sweet.
But you should probably bring the cat back at the end of their turn.
Yes. All right. So we're gonna go sack out zombie.
The two-
Well,
the
we can-
2/1.
Yeah, sack
Yeah,
this because we'll get it back. Oh, look, this is fun. Hey, now I sacrifice a food. That's exciting. Blink.
Hey, look. It gets even better. Now you get to put a Mayhem Devil out.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they're
feel
gonna scoop
dirty
anyway.
I feel like you should just steal it and then quit. Just so you don't have to go through the rigmarole.
Bam.
Well, there you go. See, it's what I promised in strength.
Get rid of this blocker.
Sure. Could you mouse over the cat? I want to check the types. Okay, just cat, not zombie cat.
All right. Yeah, it's nothing like Mayhem Devil to point out all the sacrifice effects in the game that you forgot about, right? Like, oh yeah, that's
Don't
a sacrifice
forget that if
effect.
they somehow
yeah.
tried to do something else to bring the cat out and kill the reef as an instant.
What's that?
Don't forget to kill the rising reef at the end of their turn with the cat
Yes.
or the cat devil.
Oh, it didn't let me. Oh, I already used the oven. That's why. Yes. We don't need more land. They have
a card in the hand.
Yeah, we might as well take their card.
Right. Of course, you're also going to kill them this turn.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes sense with using Port Streamer. Okay, that's enough to demonstrate that. I think we're done with that deck.
All right.
Sorry, I just felt like I couldn't, with a straight face, not show what I felt was the dominant deck in the format.
I appreciate it. It's good to know what to like. You have to know what cards to immediately scoop against when you see them in play. So it's good to review that.
It also means that red-black thing is probably the chase card in the set right now, or the card that you need to be aware of and probably to build 4 of.
That being this one?
That one.
Yeah. You can also wait for, like, if you are on a budget, I highly recommend using your next handful of weeks to really focus on limited, build up your collection that way, and don't invest wild cards if they're precious to you. Wild cards are not precious to us on this account. I think we'll manage with the 10K we have, but if you have a slim number, you can wait until the format shakes out a little bit. I liked Jay bringing up the Skies deck from that. I was talking with viewers earlier about what kind of standard they'd be interested in hearing about, and basically Brewing and free-to-play standard are the two most things of interest. And by free-to-play standard, I just mean low rarity. If you're new to Arena, how do you play something competitive when you don't have the money or the time yet invested to get the wild cards you need? This is a great example of a deck that can do that. I think monocolored decks are good at that as well, because you don't have to worry about the expensive mana bases. And we're in a great time for mono decks. Between Eldraine and Theros, there's clearly huge support for mono in each color, and so I highly recommend also building the best mono deck you can given your collection as another way to go, because they're also very good at managing quests. If you want to, I'm a 750 on red, so I'm going to play my mono red today or whatever. Yes. Oh, by mentioning owl, how do I make my owl go away? Let's see. Is it in my profile? Pet select. Yeah. I don't. You were pretty quiet. Oh, wait, there's a none. Yeah, we're going with none. Thank you. Do none for right now. Okay, so now let's pick a new deck.
So these are the ones I haven't seen.
Yes.
I would
You
love
pick one.
to start with the mono black.
Well, I'll show it, but it's another cat oven deck. Because I also feel the same way as you. Like, we need to acknowledge that what's going on with this, but let's take a look at it. I'm not going to play this one. We'll take a look at it. Here's your cat oven combo. But it's another low rare. This is another good one, especially if maybe you started in Eldraine. So you've got a lot of Eldraine right now, but you don't have much of anything else. This is a good one for that, because the rares in this are Eldraine based. You've got Ayara, Murderous Rider, Reaper's not, but of the rares, much of it is Eldraine, and then you've got just a smattering of other stuff. A couple War of the Spark, and then one of the big players in the deck is an uncommon. You've got 2 mythics to craft in Erebos. Nightmare Shepherd as a 4 of is the other Theros rare that you need to have. So this is in terms of new rares, it's 4 rares and 2 mythics in this deck. So you may be close to this one already in terms of rare. Oh, here, sorry, 3 rares. Here, 5 rares. 5 rares and 2 mythics. By the way,
I think that's a very critical rare in the new set. The one you're showing, the intervention.
Yeah, we had it a couple of times today in limited, and that life gain was no joke. It was like I was just.
It is. Yeah, that's exactly right. The interesting thing is control right now is Esper based. And Esper Control has a hard time getting life back without doing awkward items.
Mm-hmm.
That's a non-awkward life gain.
Yeah, totally. So that's the part that surprised me. It's like, yeah, this is good removal. No incidental life gain or whatever. I'm like, holy crap. I just gained 8 life or whatever.
And I believe
you can just overpay
as much as you want. Yeah, by overpaying into it.
All right, so we're not going to play it, but that's a way you can go, and also is it's going to be basically a tier 1 deck that does not demand a lot from the new set from you. So that's that's kind of what I'm trying to look for my viewers is, but still fun with the new set, right? Like we want to play the new card. So I liked that this had a lot of.
You should also be playing the improved duress from the new set. Isn't that uncommon?
It is. Maybe it's because they want to be creature based as much as possible here. This was
but that card is just too good. It's like duress. You can't not play it.
Yeah, that's fair. This was a saffron olive deck, by the way. That's where I got this one. But we'll go to these other decks we have too. Pick something else to play. I want to try this one. Absolutely.
Does it have that thing that we immediately yanked from the opponent's deck?
Oh yeah, it has Uro.
Good, it has Uro.
And it has mass manipulation. And it has Agent of Treachery, so what else do you need to know?
I love it. I mean, Uro was like, hey, look, a better growth spiral. And I already loved growth spiral.
Yeah. So let's give this a shot.
This sounds awesome.
All this stuff is in Stream Decker. I loaded every deck you see up there on screen in Stream Decker, so you can go grab whatever one you're interested in playing around with yourself. Actually, and given that, I'm not going to worry about making it current. You can find it. Let's just play. Let me get going. Or maybe at least while it's finding me an opponent, then I'll do it. Because it was taking 30 seconds to a minute here. Yeah, which is, as I said, understandable. A lot of streamers have called it quits for the day.
Well, in about 5 hours, it'll be turning on live for everyone else.
Exactly. And I haven't looked at the at it personally, but someone said that they're offering traditional draft right off the bat this time, which, oh my god, I'm so happy to hear that. Like, I can just draft tomorrow? Are you serious? Okay. Anyway, Thassa's Oracle. I don't know a lot of these cards, so I'm doing some reading here.
Thassa's Oracle is a card that I don't believe belongs in this deck. It is an amazing card.
Whenever in the battlefield, look at the top X, where X is your devotion to blue. Put one of them, the rest on the bottom. Oh, I see. So it's just kind of a scry? Wait, how is this different from scry? If X is greater than, X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. Oh, I see. That's... So I guess it's just kind of we'll keep the.
So imagine how good this would be if that was.
Sorry, Oppo, streaming here. Thought you might understand that, but okay.
Swap that out for something that should be in the deck.
Sure, you can. I'm happy. Yeah, that's the other thing. I can say, hey, Jay,
I net that out of there.
I
mean, this is not to say that card isn't absolutely amazing, but it needs a deck that's dedicated to it. I'm just put in the 2/1 mana elf.
Well, keep in mind this is devotion to blue, though. It doesn't have a lot of, I guess it, how much, I don't know how reliable that is on.
Looks like it's got enough. And then there's, put in the draw card.
By mana elf, you mean you want a goose or you want a?
The
hexproof.
Yeah.
Wish I knew the names of things. All right, you just lowered the devotion quite a bit. You better know what you're doing.
If you want to fix it, go ahead and put in the card draw creature.
And what's that one?
Legendary. Put in a couple of those. 1/1 draw card. There it is. Top center. Fiddle.
Oh, Fibblethip.
Yeah.
And
now you're just leave that as take those guys out. The Paradise
Druids. You just want those instead. Okay.
We just needed something, and it's hard to be wrong with that. It's
That's
basically
fair.
a cycle. And have a 1/1.
Green blue mana creature from Eldraine. Yeah, that's interesting. I'm trying to respect the deck's mana base and not add new cheap green to the deck is what I'm saying. I don't think this deck wants green. It is playing Growth Spiral, so I don't know.
Either way, Fibblip isn't bad. It isn't good. It's just there.
It just it fills the curve. All right, we're gonna go Fabled Passage and go ahead and get ourselves that forest.
The labyrinth is interesting. I think it's probably a mistake, but it's cute.
Yeah, everybody's playing around with cards right now, trying to figure out how good they are, or not good, as it were. Probably Growth Spiral.
Growth Spiral, of course.
Over Fibble, and
definitely Growth Spiral.
Just do it now, in case they're playing blue and want to counter it or something. And I'll Vantress.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so did the deck designer, but let's see. Drawing a card doesn't suck, I'll say that.
So you're going to need to bounce one of their things and play Fibbles.
Yeah, I'll start with Fibblethip. I would have manually tapped that if I noted what auto tap was doing, since we're about to, this classically we should have been punished and drawn another Growth Spiral, but we were not punished. Do we just play another one?
No. You have to play Brazen. You need to bounce probably the 0/3. That thing gives bonus mana, so.
Yeah, that's true. Although
no, don't from the ley line. Oh no, that's a different ley line. Oh no, it's not. It's one additional green.
Yeah. So I just, we could bounce that and set it. All sets them back a turn anyway, no matter what, right? Like it's
pretty much
almost the same. Whatever we target, we're saying spend mana on this again instead of getting mana from that thing again.
Exactly. We're just buying ourselves a little bit of tempo. And neither way do we get to beat down with Fibblethip.
Jay's suggesting that -1 devotion for draw a card is worth it, but I didn't want to do the no mana symbols, but
The land shall conquer you.
It's early in the format. It's hard to know who's correct about anything exactly, as long as you have a reason for what you're doing and you can explore how it feels as you go. I guess I could have just chumped there. We have another one to play, but all the Fips and none of the land. I guess I'm going to play another one.
Swing one first.
Oh, yeah, right. Might as well. Haha, coming at you, Nissa. I don't know if we can beat Nissa. How much mana are they going to produce next turn? I kind of just want to... I just hope there's a green X spell in here that's going to go for like 23. Zienjara, I like your thinking. That's a good point. Observes that if we like Fibblethip better in this deck for the card draw, but the quality filtering is pretty good on the other one that we took out too. All right, let's keep doing it. We need to find land.
It may just be that Fibblethip needs to be replaced with a couple lands.
That's true. It could just need a little more. Although, it has 4 of the Mox in here that we haven't seen yet. I think that's what you're really looking for, is to get a Mox out of this and then mass manipulation everything they've got.
Yeah, it looks like this deck was built overly cutesy instead of just building it along solid lines.
The land fights for us.
Yeah, maybe if we'd found a Lotus or something, we could have gotten the devotion to, because really what this is trying to do is Lotus just a massive mass manipulation, just that you can just who knows how much but we just got run over by their
You're
own
just
mana
dead.
generation.
You're going to get run under by almost anything, I suspect. Right now, you have too few 2-drop accelerations.
I mean, it seems like their whole goal is just like there's all these devotion choices, right? Like we're talking about, so now Lucky Dog is saying Cavalier seems off, and the 2-drop seemed off to Jay. It's just like, well, there's just devotion choices, right? They're trying to go all in on devotion, so that didn't work so well. Let's try a different
that's
one.
Fine.
Let's go. Oh, I want to try. Well, let's try this big mana deck instead.
So I didn't see anywhere for this going. I looked at this deck and was just like, I can't imagine how this can work.
Well, the idea is Steamkin and Ironcrag give you a haste, one big play or something. I don't know. I'm just grabbing stuff. We don't have to play it. If you're
No. Go for it. I want to give it a whirl.
All right.
I'm glad somebody put it out so that we can say we saw it once, and who knows, maybe something will spark. And who knows, maybe it is just that's the new fires.
Oh, it does say, like, this doesn't have fires in it. Like, let me find the article I got this from. I can share it so you can decide for yourselves from the people who actually design these decks. Where is it, though? Here it is. So the decks I grabbed are all from this article. I'll try to put in my YouTube notes as well. So is this good? I don't know.
Yes, it has Ironcrag. That's
I guess
the
we're
only
trying to
way
do
you can
that.
win. I mean, this is Ironcrag.
You're gonna thrill
awesome.
to find more land. Yeah, Ironcrag do one awesome thing.
So I don't know if this deck had it or not, but there was a red card that did really impress me for a red combo deck.
Mm-hmm.
They put in a Wrath of God for red. 4 damage to all creatures and planeswalkers for 4 mana. That's really pretty good.
Yeah, that is good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it
Didn't
just
know
sort of
about that
snuck in there, and I was like, wow, that seems great. Have a thrill.
Yeah, we're doing some evening constructed here after a day of limited. I don't have any super hot takes. My big takeaway has been that the cards have a lot of Swiss Army knife type utility value. There's just a lot of utility value to pick up in the format, is what I've noticed. I'm gonna go ahead and thrill away a thrill. I can thrill away a Cavalier, though, I suppose. We don't need 2 of these. And we may need to continue
Thrilling,
looking for what we need. Well, okay, so how does this all work? So we've got Perforos. Other creatures you control have haste. 2 in a red. You may put a red creature card or an artifact creature card from your hand on the battlefield. Sacrifice at the beginning. Okay, so this is the sneak attack card. So maybe we go. Let's just go Ironcrag sneak attack card. Try to do some sneaking attacking next turn.
Sadly, we don't quite have enough mana to use it.
Well, I could have thrilled, I suppose, but
I know you can't because you can only play
we can only play
card.
one more card, right? Yes, that's the whole deal with that card. Well, this is neat. Yeah, 'cause, we only like if we had 6 mana, we could do twice. We could do 2. What does this do? Flip a coin for each creature that isn't a demon, devil, or imp. Destroy each creature whose comes up tails. So I guess you do that. Sure.
So aren't you on the D right now, I think? Or maybe...
On the defense? What do you mean?
Well, I don't quite know how you kill them. You want... So I think you want to get 5 devotion. You've got 1 right now. Is there any way we can sneak one more out? Oh, you could drop both. Or you're 1 shy, aren't you?
Well, I can just play the Cavalier. We can do that.
Play the Cavalier. That makes sense.
And
Might as well
discard a
discard the
thrill.
thrill.
That's what we're doing with it anyway. Yeah, that's neat. All right, I'm starting to come around to this.
And next turn,
If we draw a land, we get to send both of these. Oh no! What was that?
that's not as bad as you think, because your meteor golem will return it right back to you.
Oh, that's true.
Actually,
Oh,
wait,
they're
wait.
tapped though.
You got the boar.
Oh yeah,
You can bore, and doesn't that let you drop the meteor golem?
yeah. So we
So
can
if you
bore
haste-
into golem. All right, so we'll go. Oh wait.
Oh, it's a red creature. Oh, how can meteor golem not be? Ugh.
Oh, artifact works.
Oh, yeah, it works.
Just
Okay,
for
yeah.
raised
Boar
boar
to
though.
meteor golem works.
So I guess we'll do golem here
Or better artifact. So sure.
because we needed to get this back, right? Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't go for the boar
Don't
or
forget
else.
to swing.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Oh, I could have pumped there, right? I forgot to pump.
Ah.
Minor
Still learning
Minor
this
punt.
mess.
Another one. Well, now I think we get him though.
Oh, that's
Yeah, we can just
Rather-
do both. I mean, we can just do. It doesn't even matter. We just do this on.
well. You have to
This-
use the mana to activate both.
Well, yeah, but we don't. I'm just gonna bring it in. I'm gonna bring in Rakdos with the boar.
With the other. That makes sense.
All right.
That was at least kind of fun.
Yeah. Now that I see, now I understand what the deck is doing with this whole with the sneak attack card. So.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I could have just played Raise Boar. I forgot about the natural haste. There was no need to play it that style. It got the job done, but yes, that was. I was thinking I needed to make it hasty, but the static on the god gave everything haste. There's your new favorite card, Jay.
Absolutely.
All right, let's try again. I'm going to be on for like another 15 minutes, I think. Then we'll hang it up. What looks interesting to you, Jay? We'll take a look.
Let's go ahead and try Naya Herald.
Naya Herald.
What do we have in here before we get
Gilded Goose. This is all about a bunch of 2-drops. This is a 2-drop heavy deck. And then
good.
it's
I like that card a lot.
looking to gift and train and then, Storm
Oh.
Herald.
I'm excited. I
Yeah.
thought Storm Herald looked really interesting. If this is the deck for it,
Yeah.
that could be awesome.
And Mantle the Wolf. Let's see. This must be an aura. Yeah. So, yeah, this is a Storm Herald deck, basically. And
Any chance it's got the 1/3 enchantment enchantress in there? There was a 3-drop enchantress.
I don't see it.
They
Let's
get
see.
+1/+1 for each. I don't think it's called an enchantress.
Oh, well, if it was in the type line, I would think it would still
yeah,
be there.
it just behaves like one.
But so
It draws a card when you play an enchantment.
I wonder if I can use. Do they need to be consecutive, or do they just need to appear on the card? Here we go. And what color you say?
1/3 green.
1/3.
It's in green. It's a 1/3.
This
Oh,
one. Oh, it is in.
oh, there it is. But the other
It's
card
in the-
next to it was one of my top power cards. The first Iron games.
Yeah.
That card's also super strong.
Yeah, it looks like three counters. Like, wow, okay. It makes a
So-
4/4 for 3.
It makes a 4/4, then draws 2 cards,
Then draws 2 cards.
then gives you a gold token.
I love
Do you know what a gold token? I mean,
Yes.
I was really. Where was that defined? Is that in the rules somewhere?
No, that's probably a mistake. That's really weird. That them count. Is it? Does anything else in the format make it? If anything, if
No.
something at common makes it, that's fine. But Gold was in previous Theros, and then it was kind of replaced by treasure. But gold and treasure do the same thing, right? They just make mana.
Mhm.
Anyway, so it must be in the. Yeah, the champ is in there, right? Yeah. So we were sitting there searching for the card that was already in the deck. Sorry.
Oh, it is in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Ironian Guard games is also certainly a shoe-in for that deck. Anyway, I'm excited about this deck. This could be awesome.
You don't have to tap gold, says Hat. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, it was just the weird printing of putting in an undefined object.
Yeah.
But apparently, it must be in the rules for the set, which makes it at least marginally legal, if not just bad editing.
Yeah, I think that was slavish devotion to the story that card was telling. And I get it, because that is a great chapter 4 for the first Olympics, you know?
I appreciate telling a story with a card, but
this deck is
I guess
full
I feel
of
like that
2-drops, but we don't have any here. I'm going to mulligan because I really think this deck is trying to find its 2s. Here's some. Sorry, I cut you off there because I was trying to explain my choice here. And we're going to keep this and ditch the planes because we can operate on 2. Sorry, you were saying.
Oh, well, no, it's just that,
we need that now.
I felt like I had spent a lot of my life learning to write magic cards that told a story but weren't that blunt and could handle not having 4 bullet points of ordered storytelling. I guess I would have expected better.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. But, like, when you have the tools, like, it's hard to resist them, right? You know, like, that when you don't have to be put in that spot. When the actual mechanics of the card is tell a story in 4 bullet points, right? I mean...
True.
So Bronze Hide is a centerpiece card of the deck from the new set here. Activated indestructibility. And when it dies, return to the battlefield as an aura enchantment. And then basically it gives that indestructible ability to something else.
Another good card.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
I hope y'all didn't run across that today in limited.
No, we didn't face any. Oh, we faced some gods. We faced but gold gods is what we faced. Let's see. What are we doing here? We want Storm Herald.
No. You probably want the
blessing. Just get out there and fight. Seems all right.
You just want to. Well, they're mono white, so you might want to just try and push it. If you put the Warbriar blessing on it.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, use this and
just go for it
and fight. And nothing to play here, so we'll just drop that. I don't think we need a goose now.
No. Interestingly, Storm Herald, I don't believe is a legend, which is kind of interesting.
No, not. We'd have that funky new top they put on Legends. I'm just going to keep going all in here.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, the nice thing about going all in is that the Storm Heralds back you up on that. If they...
Do you know it's a really cool trick?
Your plan.
You can play the Shepherd, return the creature, then play the Storm Herald and get the 2 enchantments back. Relevant because one comes into play in fights.
We can... Oh, right. So...
If there's something you really need or want to kill, like, say, the 3/3 that's giving them...
Devotion. Ouch. What if we need to kill everything? All right, well, that's not
Okay,
bad.
then you play.
So, but you were suggesting, so let's review the play you
Well,
were
it
talking
was
about.
just a
You were
thought.
saying usher a play that was available is usher the lion to safety, to knock these off on purpose, to Storm Herald them back onto the Storm Herald so that it can fight and do its thing, right?
Right. So that it could fight and take out the 4/4.
Yeah, but we got a
Which is-
blessing just off the top, so we can just
Right.
do that. And potentially do the trick you were talking about anyway, but next turn and for double blessing. Sit down, Heliod. The living creatures are talking.
The 4/4 enchantment, when you return the lion to your hand, does it trigger and put the 2/2s in?
When Mantle of the Wolf is put into the
Yes.
graveyard from the battlefield, yes. So that works right away. Wow, that's good. Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really cool trick.
we're gonna do your trick, your suggested play, whether it's correct or not, just to explore those interactions. But I think that's what this kind of is about here.
I think so too.
That's what the designer of this deck had in mind, and also the designer of these cards. Johnny. Okay, this is the M20 of Johnny. So makes a lifelink cat and cat, the Pride Mate cat, and gains some life. Okay.
I am proud of all those who stand up to evil. I am proud of those who walk beside me.
Hey, Remora, how you doing?
I think we want to swing first before we do the trick, hoping they'll block with the 3/3, attacking a Johnny.
Yeah, and then do you
Okay.
want? But if they don't do what we want, do we just have to do Storm Herald post combat? Because we need this Hawk dead, or we're just gonna die.
Oh, sure. No, well, we're going to definitely do the Storm Herald, but I was thinking that we swing first and try and get them to hopefully block on the way,
Okay.
just to get rid of their creatures. Oh, that's interesting too, but not enough.
No, we need all 4 mana to do this
Yeah.
thing.
That works too.
Yeah, they're letting the Johnny go because they think it's all over, but then we get to do this sweet move.
That's just too cool. I'd pick all through.
I'm going to go with all 3. That's my plan.
And
We better be able to do this.
so
I
you can
guess-
put them all on one creature if you want.
Yeah, and I guess we just want the Herald. They're too tough. Well, 3 power. That's the most power, so let's just put it there.
Yeah.
And we'll start here and finish here. Hey, Mike. Couldn't stay away. Had to get some standard in too.
So I believe it took your enchantments out of the graveyard, correct?
Yes.
No, they're in.
No, that's
Oh, they're in
that's
exile.
exiled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't get to do that every turn. But let's see. We've got this and that. Yeah, we'll just keep
Don't forget you have the haste from the other guy.
this one.
The red white.
Yeah, we're gonna do that too. I guess start there. As
Well, I
long
was
as
wondering if you angelic gifted after that.
Okay, let's take a look at that spot. So angelic gift here. We get a flying
If you
3/3
draw a card,
and
which
scry.
might get you a land or some other gas.
All right, we'll try that. Remora likes the lion play. Looks like they're playing
You
Hawks
may be
and stuff.
correct. This is a very new deck. That will. Well,
You want to get land? I mean, we can keep it. I was just trying to go find.
they're going to
land.
play. They've been playing a lot of flyers.
That's true. Okay, we'll keep it.
But it's.
I'm gonna leave one back. Maybe I should be leaving two, but
Be aggressive.
maybe don't even need to leave the one. But I guess they might get Heliod activated or something, and I just wanted to be able to not die to that. So you liked Remora liked Legionnaire and Lion last turn.
Good reason thing to keep one back.
Yep. That wasn't what I was thinking was going to be the reason, but turned out to be good. All right, what can we do now? Anything in the yard? Nothing for there. We can. Boy, that's just going to be rough every turn. First strike, but we have activated indestructible.
Yeah, put the lion out and activate indestructible.
Yeah, I guess we just sit here staying indestructible forever. Hey, Alpha. Well, I would call it late, but early is one way to look at it. I suppose I'm going to be on the air again in, 11 hours? Well, looky there, a hawk to kill.
No, more importantly, they activated their.
Yeah, Heliod getting online puts us in a rough spot, needing to chump. Right on. Where are you at, Alpha? It's... Oh, sorry for the annoying noise. I thought I was waiting on Oppo. We are 10 p.m. here in the Pacific Northwest. I don't know how we win this game from here, but I love this Storm Herald. Maybe... I mean, that Storm Herald combo was just awesome.
That really was.
We didn't get the game one there on it, but I love it. All right, so we're gonna. Oh wait, this is on the ground. We'll stop that one and jump there. Make those blocks. Netstalker wonders how I got early access. Wizards of the Coast does this basically every set. They've done it every set for the last year now, basically since Arena's launch. They invite streamers to come in a day early and play on a VIP account. That's why all of our accounts end in VIP. They're just one-day accounts that we don't get to keep. And it has everything. It's a fully resourced account. Lucky you for being here with me.
Yeah, this looks deterministic at this point, I think.
Well, are we like...
Maybe not. You got the other one
this
off, so...
chumps forever.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe they just draw lands. Because I forgot they deactivated. So just sit.
I am going to say no attacks, though, until
no attacks,
we can
sit
get...
for the turn. That's what you wanted.
Mm-hmm. You can have all those lands. No, all that glitters. It doesn't do. It's too much of a 2-for-1 risk. I think in that's my guess as to why they wouldn't use that type of card here. If I look at the auras being used, they all have good value if they get knocked off. They've already done their thing, you know. All right, they're not attacking. That's good. Let's get a little scry here. No, not pre-constructed. We are... I pulled a bunch of these from this article, and then Jay contributed some as well, and you can look at all of them for yourself on our Stream Decker page here. All right, we are on our turn.
Is the lion a legend?
No, they would have the. And again, all the legends have the.
They have the new
crown
border.
top. They've even retrofitted them on old legends on Arena. Literally every legend has it. And then yeah, so we can throw that out. Then I still want to. Well, yeah, we can even attack now.
I think you attack.
We got to start applying pressure. Of course, the risk here is that they have removal and we lose, but we need to take some risks to try and win this game. And sitting around waiting for them to kill us is not going to be a good game. Or waiting for them to find better action or whatever, or to activate Heliod. When, if they can just draw some lands here, we can actually still get there.
It's definitely starting to get interesting. If you could draw a nice enchantment here.
Yes, that'd be nice. That's not a nice enchantment. This is act. Can we act? Yes, we can. Ooh, we can't. We can. We can play this and still end up activating twice on our lions. So might as well.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to attack first.
The 3-1 was probably the right choice instead of that, but no big deal.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe it trades off with this, and this haste might be relevant later.
And here comes the problem.
Evil arises. I will be there to confront it. My pride grows stronger.
Well, we get to kill a Johnny. That should help knock Heliod back into enchantment land. We have 2 indestructible ground blockers and 1 chump.
Does he have any? Does like 2/3 have any abilities?
No. Oh, whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1. They have no cards for that, so
Yeah,
we can
I
just
don't
take
chump,
it.
Though.
Yeah, we should just take it.
But you got to block the other 2.
Yeah, we'll do the indestructible blocks as planned, but save this. But this is why Jay was saying I should have played the Shepherd. Then we at least have the option to try and trade for this Wayfarer here. Yeah, we could chump and eat too. That would be another way I could have done that, I suppose. That play should be available next turn.
Solid too.
But I felt like we're going to cut off Devotion because we're going to attack a Johnny dead anyway, at least. And then now we'll do the Shepherd.
Mm-hmm.
I took a long break today, Hazmat, but yes, jump back on tonight for a little Constructed. Gonna wrap it up soon. Going a little farther than I expected, but this game is turning grindy.
It's actually a pretty good game, though.
Yeah, like we almost just gave it up, but we just have enough play here to try and figure out a way. +1/+1 from Heliod. But how would they have gained life before then? I don't know. Is it the first strike? I didn't... There's a lot going on here, so might have missed that. New Thassa? I haven't looked at the new Thassa. All right, now we can, so this, because what happened last time is that this first strike was, then Heliod gives lifelink, and then this gets the counter. Yeah, so we can't eat that, as said. Now I think we're probably just doomed. We got to do some chumping here.
I don't think you have any wraths from them.
Yeah, we have no outs from here, so I'm gonna let you all off the hook and let my family off the hook too, and wrap things up here. They got us, but we made a fight of it. We found some lines to at least theoretically find a way to turn that around.
It's a neat design.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely stuff there.
All right. Well, looking forward to trying some more Standard with you as the format unfolds. The new cards take hold. And
I am looking forward to it. I can't wait.
Yeah.
I get to get to my own account in about 4 hours.
There you go. And thank you for the last-minute decks. Appreciate that.
Always my pleasure. I will catch you and y'all later. Thanks, everybody.
All right. See you, Jay. And I'll see if there's anybody to raid here. Let's say goodbye to YouTube first, and then maybe someone who's up and needs a little raid. Thank you so much for hanging out. Woo! Yeah, this is a God account. This is not real. This all goes away. You think 800,000 gems is funny? Check out my wild cards. I think we're set for Standard for the next little bit. No, this is all just temp. This is the God account that is going away, sadly, soon. But had a great time all day today playing. And you can go check out my YouTube channel if you missed any of it. I'm uploading stuff right now, and we'll get some of those online. But I got to figure out who's on to raid. See you, YouTube.